All right, War 9. We're going up against 4 Loki. I'm starting out with this I-bomb on path 7 here. So the node is vivified. This is an R4 I-bomb. And I can't power drain because of the node, even though he has willpower. So I have max boosts on. I put suicides on for this fight. And I did that just to be able to get out of this fight as quickly as possible. And the max boosts were because I had a couple fights this war that I was worried about. So my plan for this one was I didn't want to let his special 1 back me into the corner too much. So I just wanted to try and bait his special 2 as much as possible. And there would really be no point to using my special 3 because I can't power drain him at all. So I figured I would just stick to my special 2 and get some power back from it and try to cycle a couple of them together just to get some big damage. Right there, I probably could have thrown the special 2 a little sooner, but I wanted to make sure I could get him as low as possible before throwing it without pushing myself to a special 3. Now this fight here, I have this fight sped up. This is Anti-Venom versus Dr. Doom on node 21. And Anti-Venom is Incinerate immune and Poison immune. He can apply Petrify and all that fun stuff. But he can't take this fight. This ended up being a very bad matchup. And with the power reserve that Dr. Doom has, and with his aura and not being able to get to my special 1 repeatedly to maintain my Petrify and the bad damage that Anti-Venom has, this fight was doomed from the start, I guess you could say. So he's back up to 100% health here, and the fight's already been going for 1:20. There was some input issues in this fight. I took a special 1 completely to the face, even though I dexed it. My guy just didn't move. Things did feel a little bit slow in that department. I got hit with a couple of special 1s, quite a few actually. But all that aside, even if none of that happened, I don't think I would have made it out of this fight alive. I just don't think that Anti-Venom has the damage. So I end up dying there, and we had a guy over there already who had an I-bomb, so he ended up taking the fight, and it went no problem for him. So next up here, I have this Mordo on 26, and my plan for this one is I hope that his AI kind of plays ball, because sometimes he can be very passive, and if he is passive, I won't be able to pause my debuffs very often, so I could lose my Wither, and at that point, I wouldn't be able to just hit his block and let my ruptures kind of deal some damage. So I'd have to push him to special 1s for openings, and trying to bait heavies out of him. If the AI wants to throw 4 hits into my block, it could put 4 disorients on me, take a good amount of block damage. But luckily the AI ended up playing ball, and it was a very smooth, very easy fight. Now, I'm going to be on path 7 in section 2 as well, and I have this Domino here. She's actually an R4 200 sig. I don't know what kind of sick sadistic fuck R4's Domino, but fuck you, man. Like, what the fuck, dude? You trying to fucking kill me? So she's not going to be running willpower. I've fought his Domino before. He always removes willpower. But the more I do this fight without it, the more I actually think that it might be easier without it. And the reason I say that is, if she has willpower and I'm running Resonate, I put a weakness on her. If she goes over a bar of power and she doesn't get lucky, I could drain her right underneath it and then have her go right back over it and get lucky. And that is something that's hard to account for in a fight like this, when the main thing you're paying attention to is just not losing your invuln before she special 3s you. So I actually am okay with him removing willpower now. I think I like it more. It's much more predictable of a fight, I guess you could say. Because if she goes over a bar of power and she's not lucky, you know you don't have to worry about her dropping under and going over it again. So, drop my special 3 here. I threw it when she was lucky. Unfortunately, I was trying to get it out right before she threw that special 2, but the AI ended up hitting their special before me, and then she went back over a bar of power as I went to throw mine. I still get the power burn though, and I made it out of that fight without actually taking a special 3 from her. So it was a very successful fight. The AI played ball. She threw a lot of specials. I liked it. And last up here, I have this Wong. We were a little bit concerned trying to figure out how to take this fight because he can remove withers, but I went and I checked some fights on YouTube and I saw that he cannot remove the one that you start the fight with from the anti-venom synergy. So once we saw that, I realized that this fight could be done, and my plan for it is to try and not let him get a bar power. It's going to be hard because I won't be able to get a second wither up, and I'm going to have to stick with the power reversal that my 1 wither and 5 exhaustions will get me from letting him hit my block and triggering the kinetic. I also want to absolutely make sure that I do not lose my initial wither. So sometimes when he's running in and he could be hitting my block, I'm just making sure that I pause my debuffs instead. Here, I should have thrown my special 2. I really didn't want to get to a special 3. I think the special 2 would have pretty much finished the fight there, but my heavy gave me a lot more power than I wanted. The reason I did it though was because I needed another exhaustion, and I was afraid to push him to 2 bars of power with my special. So now I got to work back up to my special 2. And I still need to let him hit my block a couple times just to drain his power along the way. If I can get to my special 2 with all the debuffs I have on him right now, it will absolutely kill him. I'm just trying not to let him throw a special because he's already hit 3 bars of power individually in this fight, and launch my special 2 and down he goes. So very happy about that one. So we ended up winning this one, but the only reason we won is because BG1 and BG3 carried BG2 on their fucking backs, man. It was a very bad war for us. It's been a very bad season for us, all in all, aside from, I think, like 3 wars so far. We just need to get back on track and keep going. So good luck to 4Loki on the season, and thank you for watching.